Chris, did you see the? Have you been seeing the 9/11 or no?
Oh,
Gone?
yeah. Every
okay,
day.
same here. Yeah, same here.
Every
I see it a lot more. Yeah, okay. The Hashmark Show. It is week number 19. It's the wild card weekend, and we're finally here, and we've got the back-to-back team. As well as Mr. CI. First appearance of the season. He's here. My guy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we are back.
No storyline here. And you're back-to-back champ, obviously. Anything you want to say real quick before we go to Ireland?
Thanks. It was great. Oh, somebody didn't pay their internet bill.
Yeah.
Damn, DJ. Man, I thought, bro, you're supposed to have a gig speed at least. God. See, I quit too, yo. I'm with Rick and CI, bro. I quit. And not piece. Shit. Damn.
Where his shit froze. Shit.
Yeah, man. What the fuck is going on? I do this
Here's
shit.
my money.
I just wanted to prove it all started from me trying to prove myself to DJ that I should rightfully be on this show and that I had better picks than the Beast. And men and women line numbers don't. You still thinking this shit smooth. Reset your router, bro.
Let's see record.
Yeah, so we'll just keep going. It's not a problem at all. Trust me. We'll get content out here. All right, so let's jump right in Ireland. Welcome back, man. Good to see you out here.
Yeah, we're back, man. We're back for the playoffs. Square King is here. I got no notes. I'm just shooting out the cuff. So, adjust your picks accordingly.
Yes, adjust your picks accordingly. I like that. How has the season been? Have you been playing at all? Have you been paying close attention to the Bears or any of those teams? What have you been looking at?
Oh yeah, well, it's every Bears game, but I've been playing. I was hot middle of the season, and then I don't know. Last week was good. No, not last week. Weeks was it 16 or no 17?
Yeah, 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
Yeah, I came back week 16, 17, but yeah, I don't know. It's been up and down, kind of, to be honest with you.
Well, did you do? I don't know. Eddie, well, were you in the pick'em? You were in pick'em. Did you miss weeks like me? I was out, man.
Yeah, I think I missed the second week, and then that kind of fucking kept me in fourth. I was in fourth. I think I finished fourth. I was in fourth place. I was trying to catch Jam Soul, and then he fucking took off and caught up to Eddie a little bit, and then Eddie fucking fucking tear.
So getting back to that, so you did do it. Okay, that's what I thought. And then we just kind of faded off. Well, to get back on that point, with Eddie, when we first had him on the show, I told him last week that I said, yo, you were a guy that I didn't know how you were going to pan out, from like a radio perspective. And then I found out he was like, dude, I was just doing the show to get like Knotz' picks, and it was hilarious. And how it all turned out, how he's legitimately back-to-back champ, and we've got a trophy for you here. It's a good. I'm probably gonna mail it to you unless you come out to Crown Point. I can hand it to you in person, but
yeah, I'll come out to Crown Point, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's got a marble top. Literally, these trophies are from St. Karen. They were gonna get rid of them all, and I took them all because I had won a couple championships there, of course, in my youth, fourth and fifth, And I took them, and then there were a bunch of other ones, and so I started taking them apart and like redid my kids' soccer ones, and I have so many of them. I'm like, dude, I'm making Eddie a trophy, so we got a nice little trophy here for you.
Good thing we can see it.
I appreciate that.
I'm so sorry. You know what's funny is like it's to the point. It's such a classic. I set up out here in the garage today at like 2 o'clock. And then, I get out here and nothing fucking works and everything's falling apart. And, the kids are up. So it was such a fucking, usually they're in bed like 8:30. But anyways, welcome back. Ireland's here. The Beast is
Let's
frozen.
go.
Ricky Knotz, real quick news for notes, is on vacation in Mexico and he has no service. So he's out. He didn't even get to send me the picks in. I'm going in completely fucking blind too. I'm a little nervous. I didn't even do my research, but there we go. Everybody who was listening just tuned out, so it doesn't even matter. But they're here for Eddie, the 2-time champ. Eddie, welcome into the show. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I greatly appreciate it. Not gonna say it was easy. I definitely sweat a little bit when Jam Soul was kind of creeping up. He actually took the lead for a little while, but
Yeah.
I
And put him in his place.
What can I say? I just follow the show, guys. I know there's not that many viewers, but I'm one of the viewers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we get three of the 20 viewers are us. Look, and I like to hate on that because I really do think it's a momentum thing. You'll have 60 viewers, and if you don't do a week or two, I mean, it's not hard to get it back. It's just really, it is what it is. And look, for me, it's more of the camaraderie of the group or kind of whoever can make it, and I think that's kind of always been like the way I viewed it was a bunch of people being available when they could, and we had enough on the squad that could join, and anyone who joined was potentially lethal. But I mean, fuck, listen, Eddie right now is the guy. So let's jump right in here. We'll start with Eddie. The Cleveland Browns are visiting are they going to Houston?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. See, this is even worse now. So we'll go to Eddie first. Go ahead, Eddie. What do you got in this one?
So this game happened before at week 16, and the Browns won 36-22. I think the Browns win this game. The 2 points. Why take 2 points? I'm going with the Browns money line. I think it's like 120 or something like that. But I like the Browns this game mainly because of their defense. I think the defense is gonna get to CJ Stroud, ruffle his feathers. He's a rookie, he's great, but I think the Browns win this game, and they face the Ravens, which will be another revenge game in the next round.
Wow.
Browns, baby. The land.
Ireland. What do you got here?
Yeah, I'm on the Browns as well. I like the way the defense is playing. I mean, I like the fact that they basically have two head coaches there in Schwartz in the defensive side, and the head coach is I forgot his name, but it doesn't matter. I like the fact that they got two head coaches, and then like Schwartz is just he's a phenomenal play caller when it comes to blitzing and putting quarterbacks under pressure. And I think it was last week, Houston had a bunch of injuries, and they still ended up winning that game pretty damn close. And it was like the last drive or something like that. It came down to the end. I think the injury bug comes back to bite Houston a little bit here. And like last week was a playoff game for them, but this week they're like it's going to show up as CJ Stroud as a rookie quarterback. He's playing phenomenal. He's doing very well. I give him his props, but now he's playing in the playoffs. This is crunch time, and the defense is going to show up and show out. The only thing that does bother me is they did play at Houston a couple weeks ago, and they beat them pretty handily. And now Houston's got this kind of revenge game for them. I mean, that's kind of the theme this week. We were just talking about before the show. It's like revenge week, but I just think the defense is just too much for CJ Stroud, and I think you should play Cleveland money line. Forget the points, just play the money line.
Yeah, I guess I would say for the show's sake, I would love to say take Houston. I think, if Houston wins this game, it's because they have, nothing to kind of lose atmosphere. Stroud's back. But I think the play here is the under, and that's only because Flacco's been playing so well. I think he does get a little cold here, and we see a little bit of regression here from Flacky. But I do like the Browns staying away from this game. But again, game opening up at 45.5, still sitting at 44. Well, I'm seeing 44.5 and now 44.5 everywhere.
Yeah.
This game moved. So I don't know. I like the under here. But it's a tough game. Oh, open at 43. Okay, went up 1.5 points.
I mean, Flacco's throwing the shit out of the ball.
I know that's all they do. I know. It's
The
tough.
last 3 games, he's had 45, 44, and 42 attempts. I mean, he's thrown for 311, 374, 368. I mean, he's just throwing the shit out of the ball.
I know.
And his deep ball's on point. So
he looks good. And we talked about it last week. I think if he wins this game, it's a $500,000 or $1 million. Every win goes up or whatever.
Yeah. So there's a lot of incentive there for Flacco. And I think the most incentive for him at this point in his career is not the money, it's getting to Baltimore. And it's showing Baltimore like,
dude, big game.
You should have kept me. You dropped me fucking 8 years ago, whatever the hell it is. You should have kept me around. I mean, he's been playing backup for the last 4 years. He could have been a back. I don't think he's a guy. He's not a prima donna. I think he's a guy that would have just accepted the role and then stepped up when he needs to step up. And that's just what he is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would have been cool to see him as a backup in Baltimore, but again, who knows?
Yeah, no. For a franchise wise, they did the right thing getting rid of him. He's getting paid so much damn money.
Yeah. You're right.
Backup, but if you take the money out of it, I think he's just a good dude, and
I think for the Texans, I definitely like Nico Collins.
Who?
Singletary. Nico Collins.
Oh yeah.
He's like the number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, Amari Cooper is kind of a sneaky play, but I feel like he went off and he already got his 2 touchdown game. I always like to go with guys that are due and didn't score the previous weeks. I know playoffs is a little different because it's kind of like a reset or whatever, but I definitely like, Jerome Ford, especially Njoku, Singletary, and Collins. If you want to do a wild card and go crazy, I like Dalton Schultz, who is the tight end for the Texans.
Right. Yeah,
and a crazy play too is Browns defense.
Yeah. No.
It is, bro.
Yeah. I that's what I'm saying about Schwartz. I think he's going to pressure the shit out of Stroud, and he's going to make a mistake. He's going to make a mistake, and it's going to show up. I like that tight end. I was going to say there's one dude that I follow and talk to on Twitter, big time gambler dude. He always plays tight ends. That's his thing too. Tight ends. He loves tight ends.
Yeah, because just number 1, there's not that many eyes on the tight end, and number 2, it's easier for the quarterback once you're in that red zone. If you're not running it, you want to get a big guy who you can just throw it up to, kind of like what Gronk was, what Kelsey should be, what Tony Gonzalez was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys are big fucking basketball players that are literally you're throwing them oops.
Yeah, I mean Antonio Gates. Like you said, Antonio. Or I mean, what's Gonzalez's first? Tony Gonzalez. Yeah. Same shit. Those guys will just get the ball all the time in the red zone, all the time. Yeah, I like that a lot. What is Schultz at right now? Probably plus 300.
Yeah. So really, that Browns defense. I mean, I don't really believe in it, but man, it probably hit last 3 times. The last 3 games, I think the Browns scored a touchdown. Last few games.
Oh, really?
Probably 3 out of the last 4 games, I think they scored a touchdown each game.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt on there at 155.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jerome Ford, the double what guy.
Yeah, Schultz is plus 195.
plus
Like,
one.
isn't Houston's dude David Bell? Isn't he injured too?
Yeah, I have no clue about David Bell. He's not even on my radar.
But wasn't he the reason that no. Who am I talking about? Who am I thinking of? Wasn't there a Houston running back that was
Singletary. Damian Pierce.
No. I think it was Bell. I think it was David Bell. Wasn't he? Didn't he do well like for like a few weeks in a row? Let me look this up. Fucking Houston.
T. Dale, Tank Dale.
Dell, that's what I'm thinking of. Dell.
He's injured. He's injured.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, like they got a few dudes who I think are fucking really
Devin
good.
Singletary. He scored last week against Indianapolis too.
Okay.
But
I don't know. I mean, Cleveland really isn't either, but I just
All
like
right.
their coaches, man. I like what they're doing there.
Disconnected.
All right, I'm back. Next game, the Miami Dolphins against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, along those lines, Eddie, revenge game here. Tyreek Hill visiting his old squad. What do you got here?
I like the Chiefs. I think I mean, you know, Chiefs minus 2.5. They may win by a field goal. Let's get some fluky shit. I see the line moving up to 5 points. I think it opened at like 3 or something, but now it's at 5.
Open at I got to open at 1.5 here. Kansas
God.
City all the way up at 4.5. Yeah.
Exactly. So people are pounding the Chiefs right now, and that's why it scares me, man. But I'm rolling with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think the big thing is going to be the weather. Dolphins aren't used to playing in fucking below zero weather. Chiefs are at home. Let's start there. I think, you know, the weather makes me lean under, and it makes me lean Chiefs.
Ireland, you know, we talked about this game, I think, before we came on the show, and these two teams played each other. Chiefs won, right? In Arrowhead, right?
No, it was in Germany
Yeah.
earlier this year.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So,
Week
do you
9.
think Tyreek? Do you think
He
it's
got
going to be a Tyreek, you know, a blowout here? Or are the Chiefs going to really hand this to the Dolphins? I mean, I think it'll be a close game.
I think this is definitely going to be a close game, and that's just because of the way that the Chiefs have been playing this year. They're not the same Chiefs that we're used to, but I think we're going to see a game that we're used to the Chiefs winning, which is fucking late. And like Eddie said, it's probably going to be a 3-point game. I mean, minus 4.5 right now. What I'm looking at, you know,
Yeah.
it's to me like Eddie said, it's the weather. The Dolphins are like 0-5 and sub like 5 degrees or whatever the hell it is, or sub zero. They're just not. It's fucking they play in Miami. But you know, it's like I said, it's the Dolphins not being able to fucking handle the cold weather, and Tua, what's his name, Steve Spagnuolo, another great defensive coach who's just going to pressure the shit out of them. And Dolphins will probably there'll probably be some pressure. Dolphins will fucking score a touchdown that nobody's expecting to keep it close, and then the Chiefs just drive down the field fourth quarter with like 7 minutes left, and fucking win by 3 or 4. You know, I mean, I don't really know like how to play it on the spread wise. I don't 4.5. That's a little. I like the 3. I like what Eddie's talking about, field goal.
Yeah. I mean,
but I think the under is probably the play here.
The only play at this point, you know, I think, you got to take the Miami Dolphins at plus 4.5. And then looking at the total, if you had to take this game, I mean, that's what I would do. But the total here opened up at 47.5. Now it looks like this thing is down to 43.5. So a lot of people on the under. It looks like the value is starting to come over to the over side here. So, you know, if you like the over, wait till game time. You know, this thing might even drop more, especially as everybody starts to put their bets in this weekend. So, but it does look like this is crazy. Wow. Yeah, no, this is a lot of money on both sides of the tape here for the under right now. And I can see why, but let's not forget here. These are the Kansas City Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins. I mean, how low is this total got to go until we take the fucking over? I mean, this is I mean, look, even though it's cold, Tua's just got to throw a deep ball and someone's got to go get it. I mean, it's not like Tyreek hasn't played football in Kansas City. I'll tell you what, I don't like Tua though without Tyreek. But you know what? Fucking head coach there in Miami, I like him. He's got good camaraderie with Tua. So
yeah, I mean, it's
over. Take the over. Take the over. At the number now, wait till game time. Sorry.
Tyreek's probable with an ankle, so he's not. I don't think he's going to be that explosive. As I think there's going to be a few plays where he gets open deep. It's a matter of will Tua be able to fucking hit him?
Yeah, I just saw the highlight in my head, and this is probably Nance. I don't know, but Tyreek over the middle, wide open. He puts his left arm up, like, come on, throw it to me, but he can't. He's getting blitzed, and Kansas City defense is just going to look unfucking believable.
That's kind of what, that's what I'm leaning. I'm leaning the Kansas City defense is going to be hard to beat in this one.
Eddie, when did the Chiefs stop this smoke and mirrors game here and really open it up? I mean, can we see a 40-point Chiefs team or what the fuck is going on here? Is Nagy still calling the plays? I think Reed's taking over now. I don't know though. I don't have.
I think Nagy is still calling the plays. The Chiefs are they're dropping passes, man. I mean, it's part of the script.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
That's been their problem all year is the wide receivers dropping passes.
What do you guys, real quick, because we got to talk about this. What are your thoughts on Al Michaels not wanting to call the Taylor Swift games, therefore NBC's not?
Does he have that much pull?
It happened. It happened. Yeah, because he said he will not address Taylor Swift if they put the camera on her. And NBC, let me pull this up. You guys got the thing I sent out on the phone? Where does it say this game is on? So NBC's scrambling, I guess, to find somebody, but I don't know. It would be Mike Tirico would be my guess, but he's refusing to. NBC saying no, we have to show her. So
that's fucking wild.
And he's not calling the game. That's fucked up.
Yeah, they're on Peacock. They're the only game that's on an actual streaming service. So you have to have Peacock if you're going to be able to watch this game. I don't really. Kelsey, he's getting his fucking money, man. He doesn't give a fuck. He's got all these commercials. He's obviously dating fucking Taylor Swift. Like he did his shit, man. He won Super Bowls. He's fucking going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but and he has a podcast too with his brother.
Yeah, he's already. Yeah, he's probably got one foot out the door.
Everyone is saying that about the Chiefs. Ricky Knotz was talking about that this year a lot. He says, "Oh, they don't look right," and I think it's all been a fuck. I think it's a game. I think I know that shit with Pat Mahomes that last week did not, or 2 weeks ago did not look great. I mean, it was like.
What, the yelling and crying?
Yeah, I was like, why are you screaming? But even though we've seen that before, I just feel like
he's frustrated. He's clearly frustrated.
But like, just play. Like the Chiefs can literally just throw the ball to Kelsey and anybody, anytime. Like, I don't know. Something's going on there. Somebody's banging somebody's wife. I don't know.
They probably hate Mahomes' wife.
Let me open this link. So Al Michaels confirms he's returning to Thursday night football games with Amazon in 24. And he's 79 years old. He said he feels good. This guy fucking... What do you think Al Michaels makes per game? Without looking it up. Go ahead.
Per game? I don't know.
100,000.
250?
Yo, crazy. $1 million.
He makes $1 million a game?
$1 million game agreement with Amazon that affords him the opportunity to accept assignments from NBC in his, what they call, emeritus, label granted when he left. Yeah, when he left at the end. That's what he got in his last contract in 22. And so Michael's like, dude, this fucking guy, fucking prime time coverage, dude. Fuck yeah. I mean, look, he's got the most epic fucking call ever, right? In gold Olympic games, so whatever.
$1 million a game is crazy.
Yeah, that's
how about, hey, you need the quote of the year. You ready? Amazon has been really great to me, and I'm appreciative that I've been a part of helping them grow their NFL presence. Right. Just imagine what they would give, what Liv would give Al Michaels if they went, if Liv bought out the NFL.
Yeah.
$10 million a game. Al would never go.
Probably not.
All right. Next game.
So next we got Packers and Cowboys.
Yeah, go ahead, Eddie. Take that one. You got some more revenge there.
More revenge games, man. Mike McCarthy, revenge game, playing against his own team. I like the Cowboys here. I think it may be a 7-point game. I really don't have too much faith in the Packers. I mean, they play in the NFC North, very weak. You know, they beat I'm not sure their record against. I mean, obviously they beat the Bears twice. The Vikings, they probably beat them twice. I forget exactly the record. The Lions are the only other competitive team. Packers kind of got lucky. I forget what team lost to kind of get the Packers in, but the Packers, they've had a good season, made the playoffs. Shout out to Jordan Love, but I think the Cowboys take care of business here. I would even take the Cowboys minus 7. Honestly, I like the Cowboys to ride.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. Cowboys roll, take an alternate line. Packers go home here. Mike McCarthy walks off the crowd, fat, happy, and sassy. And then you fade Dallas the next week. I don't know what you got.
This one's kind of hard for me. The 7 I thought was high to begin with when I first saw it, and then I'm just kind of thinking like, yeah, McCarthy, he's at home. There's no weather factor here. Dallas is a fucking juggernaut at home. It wouldn't surprise me, but I just, for some reason, when it's do or die, and it's win or go home, McCarthy fucks up somehow, and Dak, he's playing really well. I can't take anything away from him. He doesn't seem like the same Dak as we've seen in the past, but there's just something about Dallas I can't buy right now, and I think 7's a little high. I think Dallas wins this game, but I think 7's a little high. I think I'm going to play Green Bay plus 7 on this one, or even let Dallas score, I don't know, go up 10 or 11, 12, whatever, and play Packers fucking live. I just think it'll be closer than 7, but Dallas wins this game.
Yeah, Eddie, to answer your question there, Packers had a record of 4-2 against the NFC North. They had a 100% win rate against the Chicago Bears with a 2-0 record. And they even split with the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions, recording 1-1 against each team. Now, you guys remember that game where Detroit went to Green Bay. Green Bay won in a stunner. This is the game, I believe, that started the downfall, or calling a downfall, of the Lions, kind of their mid-season woe, which is why I think they're just going to fucking get red hot here. But overall, 9-8. But I agree here. I think the Packers, I think you look at some first half overs here with Dallas, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. But I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'll say this about Love. No matter what, I don't care if there's no coverage or not, this guy throws some dimes. I've seen some dimes out of this guy. And the way he walks up to the huddle, look at it closely. He's got the Rodgers walk. I'm just saying. Rodgers walk. They all look the same.
Fuck that. If we had Jalen Johnson that fucking game, dude, he has 2 picks.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. I get it. But look,
fuck that shit. That whoever 32 is on our team,
dude,
Love just threw those. He just lobbed those fucking balls up there, and twice that motherfucker. He could have had 3 fucking picks, twice. If he would have just played the ball and not the player,
they were in. The defense, I think they were talking about this. I think they were in that soft fucking coverage, and they were getting They were off them like 15 yards.
32 had no clue what the fuck he was doing, man. He had no fucking clue.
It doesn't matter. The Bears, you know what I mean.
No, but my point is that I say that because I don't think Love is like throwing dimes. I think he's fucking suspect. I really do. Everybody's giving him his fucking flowers right now, and I'm just like, oh, fuck that. He doesn't. Anytime I watch him, and I haven't watched every fucking game, but anytime I fucking watch him, he has these balls that it's just like, what the fuck are these defensive players doing? I mean, they just get, they're so, you can tell, like fucking Trevor Lawrence. I mean, these guys, they're fucking they're on ropes, dude. Just they hit these dudes, and there's Love, just just lobbing them in there, and it's just
so annoying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's good. That's a dime. Right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess.
That's the thing is like, you can't get the ball. You just can't get it. I mean,
I don't know. I think he's Fugazi. Right. I think he's fucking Fugazi.
He's Fugazi. Hell yeah. Talk about it. Talk about his shirt. I forgot about that one. Fugazi. Yes, it is. All right. Shit. Next game. What do we got on the docket here?
Well, we got to do Pittsburgh Buffalo. I think they played before Green Bay Dallas.
Man, it just seems like a lot of points. 10 points in the playoffs seems kind of crazy.
Open at 7.5. Yep, now to 10. Yeah.
I think the Bills win, of course, but I think there might be too many points. Put a gun to my head. Probably gonna have to sit this one out as far as taking a spread, but Steelers plus 10 if you put a gun to my head.
Yeah, I'm on Steelers plus 10. I also like this game apparently is going to be the worst weather here. Open at 43, down to 35.5, 36.5. Some spots. Look, I've done this before, but the game has gotten very low. I always take the over. And it's sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's a 3-0 game. But anytime there's this big of a swing, I wait till game time, and I don't care about the weather. I'm going to look for some possibly have my alternate bets on at least some of I'll have a couple bets out there, at least a fumble, a punt return for a touchdown, or special teams touchdown, because we're guaranteed to have something sloppy, which then could turn to an over. So I'm going to wait till game time here in the over. But you're right, 10 points, outrageous. Give me the Steelers plus 10. But look, this is the fucking Bills. Like, they do this. I step on Diggs all year. They play lights out, and they have like 1 or 2 bad games. They're all a bunch of bitches, and then it's fucking over. They fall apart. So I don't know what we're getting out of Buffalo, but this does seem like a game they win by 30, and then they lose next week. But anyways, I don't know. What do you got here, Ireland?
Yeah, I'm with you guys on there's too many points. I think that a lot of people are going to be on Buffalo, and probably too many people. It's probably going to be like a fucking 85-90% of the bets on Buffalo, and I think that's when you just got to go opposite here and take that plus 10. Bad weather, like it's. I think that's too many points for the weather, and it's just like everyone's going to be counting out Pittsburgh, and that's when like this crazy shit fucking happens. And I'm not saying Pittsburgh's going to fucking win at all.
I definitely dog of the week.
Hold
up.
I definitely think Buffalo's going to win the game, but and Buffalo, like Eddie said, like it's the script, man. Buffalo's going to make the fucking AFC Championship game, and it's just a matter of, do you think 10 points is too much, or is it actually not enough? Like, are they going to blow them out? But no, I think it's going to be Pittsburgh plus 10 here. I think that's going to hold. Buffalo probably wins by 7 or 8, something crazy.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Hey, they call it Wild Card Weekend for a reason. Rams visiting the Lions. The LA Rams are heading to Detroit. And Eddie, we'll start here. Another theme here for you.
Money line dog of the week.
Whoa, there's 2 here.
Dog of the week. The Rams, baby.
Wow.
I like the Rams.
Hey, and there's something else. We got another revenge here.
Yeah, another revenge. You got Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff.
Oh my
Playing
gosh.
against their reverse teams and shit. And I definitely like the Rams to take care of business here. I like 3.5. I think
Wow.
that's a plus 3.5 is damn near a lock. I know it was it was out there. I think it's at 3 now. I think that's damn near a lock. The only way I could see the Lions winning this game if the refs are like, yo, we took that game from Dallas from you. All right, we'll give you this joint. But I just don't see it. I mean, and the line's not moving much either. You would think the line will move to like
that's it. Yep.
2.5 or something, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of
that screams fucking scary shit to me. Take the Lions in a fucking route. Don't even think about it. I mean, alternate line 10, 20, 30. Call Al Michaels. I'll put his salary on the fucking game. I'll take his NBC salary. Okay. Eddie, great point. So here's one thing I've noticed. When the line doesn't move, it's scary as fuck. Like the 50 here, 50.5 on the total. Now at 51. Like anytime I see this thing, a severe thunderstorm. Here's what's going to happen. Lions win, and the Rams have to keep up. It's going to be an over shootout. And here's why. Because the public, I feel, is trying to get so cute here. And you've got 49% of the money on the under. So that would be sharp money. I guess I'm with the public, 78. They're not trying to get cute. 78%. Okay. Here's why I'm confused. It looks like the public's just got more of the bet because they've got the handle. Let's wait and see how this one ends out, though, boys. But I'll tell you what. I love the Lions here. I told Eddie this earlier, Chris. We have there was this thing I was a part of. I didn't even know I had to pick, and you have to pick a team that's left for the Super Bowl, and I picked the Detroit Lions. So I'm like pro Detroit. But look, the NFL needs Detroit to win this game. They need to. I know LA is the bigger crowd, but let's think about this. It's a feel-good love story for that head coach. The Rams have already done it. Like, who likes short white guys now? It's all the tall guys, the BBCs, the BB Dubs, the T Dubs. This is what they're pushing. I'm not kidding. The fucking love. You'll see LOVE everywhere, including Jordan Love, which is why I'm fucking worried that they might upset Mike McCarthy for that very fucking reason of Mike McCarthy's inconsistency in the playoff. And I always go back to that game, the Des Bryant catch with Tony Romo. Touchdown in my eyes. Touchdown in my eyes. I'm done. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a touchdown. For sure.
Yeah,
that would have counted as a touchdown in today's game.
They would have went to the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
Dallas they could have won that game. That was Romo's year. Anyway,
Romo was having a good year. Yeah.
Eddie, that's Eddie. I'm sorry, Chris. How correct were we last week, though? Can we just give ourselves a little kudos where we were like, you called it out the gate. With Pittsburgh wins, they're going to hold everybody to the Buffalo game.
Yeah.
And it happened. Bro, I'm telling you. So
I put that bet in fucking as soon as I heard Eddie say that, I went.
Dude, it was so bold. Same here.
It was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect.
Bills was always the lock. As soon as we saw the house going up in flames, we knew the Dolphins were dead.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We knew.
Yep.
Hey, before we go next game, I got a question. Do we see anything out there like that now? And here's why I'm worried. The books have clearly moved. Like the Eagles game was at -1. And now it's at 3. There's no teaser opportunity here. So the only teaser to open up still is Browns now at 2.5. You can put that to 8.5. Texans. I almost feel like because that line's not moving, that freaks me out. And I might be changing my mind here. This might be Browns blowout. Because they don't care about this teaser. They're not moving. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's cover this last game here, boys. But I'm trying to get too cute, maybe. Eagles going to Tampa Bay, which is beyond shocking. Everybody's saying Jalen Hurts heard something. But what do you got here? We'll go to Ireland and then to Eddie and myself.
So I think that Philly, not that they're fucking playing dead, but I think that they're too good of a fucking team. They got too much fucking talent. Yeah, players are hurt, whatever, blah blah. They're not losing to fucking Tampa Bay. I think they go into Tampa Bay. It's gonna be rainy and shit. I think they beat Tampa Bay. It's gonna be a close game. The -3 is a good line here. I think that's pretty sharp. I'm on Philly money line here. They're too good of a fucking team to lose this fucking game. And Tampa Bay, they got some talent, but they're just, who's Tampa Bay? Like they're fucking 9-8. The NFC South fucking sucks, dude.
I'm with you on that.
This is, I think you play Philly money line. What is it, like -160 here? If you're just doing units, whatever, throw 2 units on it, whatever, fucking, and set it and forget it. Fucking don't even worry about this fucking game.
I love that we're using everybody's terms and they're not here. It's just so good. That's what I'm talking about. That's fucking camaraderie. That's group effort. I love that. Eddie dropped some shit earlier that I think Knotz said, and then set it and forget it. Book it.
Yep,
book it. You're gonna book it. Eddie, what do you like in this one?
Man, script. We're looking at MLK Day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go with Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying?
I missed it.
American, the black. I always got to bet on black. You know what I'm saying? Especially MLK Day, the holiday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get our reparations. You know what I'm saying? We can't get our land. We can get these reparations on Jalen Hurts.
Yes, sir.
Oh my
God.
Eddie, Eddie Major for president. See, Eddie he gives back to the public in different ways. This is it. Free bet here from Eddie Major. Look, I'm with you guys though. I saw $54 billion possibly for Baker for this extension apparently, and I'm talking to these fucking fans, and they're like, "Oh, he deserved it." Oh yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy is trash, right? What am I missing?
No, you're not missing much, dude. There's nothing going on in Tampa Bay where you should be like, oh, at least in my opinion. But
yeah, Tampa who? I didn't even watch. It's not Tampa 2. It's Tampa who?
Yeah, it's.
Hey, put that on a shirt. I seriously, dude. When I saw they were in the playoffs, I'm like, what? Who's on their team? Mike Evans?
They played well against Jacksonville, 30-12. They beat Green Bay, who I don't think fucking is any good. They beat fucking Atlanta, who's no good. Again, they beat Carolina, who's no good. They lost to the Colts. They lost to San Francisco. They beat Tennessee, who I think was like, what's his name?
How about that story?
They lost to Houston. They're just not beating anybody who's fucking. Like, you're like, oh wow, they beat them. Oh, good for them. It's just like whatever. They're just a whatever fucking team.
Yeah, it's a fugazi team in my eyes. You're right. Tampa Bay. I mean, look at this.
And everybody's gonna be counting out Philly, man. Everybody's gonna be counting out Philly.
I like this. I like this matchup here for Philadelphia. I really do. And Buccaneers might show some light here, but I don't think so. I really don't. Any type of prop out there, Eddie, before we get to any type of final thoughts, and then we'll just wrap up and we can talk about whatever.
For this game, my wild card is Goddard.
Okay.
Tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's due. You know what I'm saying? He's due. Mike Evans screwed me last week, so we always gotta run it back with the guys that screw us over.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts, I mean, the tush push, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta look at that.
They still run it. It's so dumb. I mean, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
So
is it banned or no?
No, not yet. I mean, they might try to do that at some point, but it's really only certain teams that really can get it off. You got to have a big quarterback that can really kind of move his weight and push through. First, Mahomes doesn't really do that. It's
Right.
Jalen Hurts.
No.
Yeah,
Did we all go on this game?
I think so.
All right, cool. Final thoughts, I guess. Well, I don't have any teasers this week. Ricky Knotz. Sorry, go ahead, please.
I don't know. I was just saying, what do you guys? What's your Super Bowl picks? I mean, what?
Oh yeah, we got to go through the gauntlet, I guess here.
I mean,
and make
the
our picks
playoffs
now,
now,
right? Yeah, and then what futures are not picked? When is the or comeback player of the year? When is that? Because that's got our guy in it, right?
That's DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, did he get it or no?
No, I don't know yet.
Look.
Has he played?
Bro, I bring this up because he is the leading candidate at -150.
I know.
Has he played?
One game, maybe 3 games. Comeback player of the year, it's guaranteed, right? Has to be. You know who the other?
He died and came back to life. So
I would be mad if I put that down. The other ones were crazy. It wasn't like great. It was, it's an interesting bet when you look at the folks. All right, let's go to realistic Super Bowl and then fantasy Super Bowl. I'll start. My realistic Super Bowl, I'm going to stick with it. I think it's the San Francisco 49ers against. I changed it a couple times, but I'm going to stick with it. I don't know. I don't like doing Kansas City Chiefs. I think they get it together. I think they find out how good they are, and we're going to see some magic here from Pat Mahomes and company. My fantasy one would be the Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens, and the Lions win only because that's my team and pick them. And it would be good to see the NFC North. Here's why I like the Lions, though: the run game and that line. The Lions, to me, can play any type of game. Now, I thought they were going to do that in Dallas. They didn't. Don't prove me wrong, Detroit. So that's who I got: San Francisco and the Kansas City Chiefs. Eddie, and then Chris.
So who I picked in the beginning of the year was the 49ers as well as the Bills. I'll rock with that. I like the Bills to represent the AFC. But I wouldn't mind seeing the Ravens win the Super Bowl, man. I don't mind. Big trust, Lamar Jackson, that I'm not too opposed to that. But I think the 49ers, my money's on the 49ers. So we'll see.
Chris, what do you got here?
Yeah. Before the season started, I put a future on the 49ers as well.
Okay.
Only to win the NFC. I was a little doubtful that they'd.
What were the odds on that?
I don't remember.
6, 700.
Yeah, it was like 6 or 7, somewhere in there. I think the Super Bowl is going to be chalk. I think it's 1 versus 1. I think it's San Francisco versus Baltimore. If I had a fantasy pick, I would like to see Joe Flacco. I would like to see fucking Cleveland pull off the upset in Baltimore next week, and then go on. I mean, who else is to me? If they can beat Baltimore, they can beat anybody else. There's nobody else in the AFC that I'm fucking scared of. I mean, I'm not scared of Buffalo because I think Josh Allen makes too many mistakes. That's why I think Baltimore runs the AFC no problem. And then in the NFC, San Francisco's just they're too strong of a team to fucking lose. But I would like to see I don't see anybody else but San Francisco in the Super Bowl in the NFC. Like, everybody else is suspect. Like, if Dallas can play at home, maybe Dallas gets in there, but I doubt it. So I think this is San Francisco's Super Bowl to lose, really.
Yeah. I think that's probably the most likely is the Ravens, because Baltimore went to San Francisco, right, recently and just fucking smacked them in the face. I mean, Purdy had a terrible game, right? I mean, what was that about?
Usually, I don't know I don't know the
That's
exact
your
stat.
that's your theory, the west to east, east to west thing, right?
Well, yeah, no, well, that wouldn't be for the Super Bowl because it's in a neutral area.
Yeah. So yeah,
field,
right.
but
That game though.
usually the Super Bowl teams play each other at some point during the season, and the Baltimore at San Francisco game was this fucking big hyped up game like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And Vegas, yep, they can
And
really
Baltimore
fuck with that line.
slapped them. So if it's Baltimore, San Francisco,
Take San Francisco
definitely putting my money on
all
San
day.
Francisco. I'm taking the points,
Yes,
no doubt.
yes.
I'm not even gonna think twice about it, because everybody's gonna be on fucking Baltimore because they smacked them in San Francisco. So of course I'm gonna fucking put my money on San Francisco for sure.
Well, they're going to take advantage of some early public folks, because the first thing they're going to do is look at that game, and they're going to say, okay, it's going to be like fucking 7 or something.
Yeah, they'll probably add 2 or 3 points on. Yeah.
So right now, there has to be, because I think the playoffs started, there has to be a bet out there right now for the Super Bowl, NFC versus AFC. It's probably at 3, even though you don't know the representative. If you feel like you're going to get if you feel like you're going to get more of a shit number on the NFC side, you have an opportunity right now to get the NFC representation at +3. Not in all books. I'm not looking at that. I saw it the other day. It could have changed, but that's something you could think of too. They do offer that at some books. So, if you don't be sitting there on Super Bowl Sunday when it's at 1. And San Francisco's -1, and you could have got them today for +3. But I think it's both, juiced at -110, 120. So, it's always an interesting bet. But
what team do you guys? Is there a team out there where you're like, as a super fucking dark horse that you think is gonna get hot? Is there a team that you think can get hot?
Rams.
You think so?
I think the Rams can beat. Let me see the bracket.
So they beat Detroit, then they got to either beat Green Bay or Dallas.
Yeah, they can beat Dallas. I think the Rams
easy, bro.
On the road. They're going to be on the road every game.
Yeah, I think the Rams can beat Dallas too.
I think the Rams
lose.
Dallas.
The Rams are a dark horse for me, but
I like Kansas City or Detroit.
Okay.
I think DJ is just riding Knotz with the Lions.
Hey man,
that's his pick, right? Isn't it Detroit and
me and him, Detroit, KC have been on. Oh no. He's on.
No,
he just said look out for Detroit, all season, just because look, they're built, man. So that offensive line is no joke. But I'm like, look, for me.
Yeah, but it's still golf.
The script, man. I know the script. It makes no sense. It's got to be. Look, here's why I think the Ravens win the Super Bowl. And
I would love to see that.
Because Jim Harbaugh won the title. They're going to give it to his brother. The first time in the fucking history, brothers win a national title and a Super Bowl, maybe.
But his brother beat him. His brother beat him in the Super Bowl, though. So.
But Jim was with San Francisco. So San Francisco versus Baltimore again. That's fucking. And San Francisco losing again.
And then San Francisco beats Baltimore, and then Jim Harbaugh's old team beats his
and then they fire his brother and then hire him.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That wouldn't happen.
God. A lot of storylines there. Eddie, anything there you thinking about or no? A lot here. NFL's got a lot to play with this year.
Nah, I feel like I'm done, man.
Okay. So, thank you, everybody. Final thoughts. Let's get out of here, Eddie. Final thoughts. Wild card weekend. What do you got going on? Where are you watching some of these teams at? You're the champ. You're living the dream. People paying you yet, or what? We've got you tomorrow. Jam, John, and that crew. We'll send you 200.
Nice. CI has paid me. That's it so far. So,
well, if I pay European dollars. Well, Eric Johns was like, "You don't know nobody's paying." I'm like, "No, everybody's paying." It was just one of those years where, like, people. There's always like. We can end it. So what do you got here? Final thoughts. Wild card weekend, man.
No, it's glad. I'm glad to be back. Wish we had the whole crew here. You know, but
next week it'll be building. I think
it's nice to chop it up and get different fucking opinions and shit. But you know, and I like to the fucking 10 people that are watching. This we do give out a lot of fucking wit. I mean, there's a lot of fucking